I'm renaming them the Twin Towers. Like, we need to go full pro wrestling with it. They're the Twin Towers. Coach Wilhite, introduce your guest, please.
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Welcome. Got my man Austin Allen, Aurora's finest. My man Travis Vokolek, Springfield, Missouri, by way of everywhere, being as though his dad was a assistant coach in college, so he's been all over the place. But welcome, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate you taking time to come in.
Thanks for having us.
So you guys worked out today?
Oh, yeah. I got to keep up with Travis. Travis is in a little bit better shape than I. He just went through the combine. So
Hold on.
You know,
What?
he's top tier in shape right now.
Really?
I got it.
I wouldn't say that.
Speaking of the combine, how you think you did?
It was awesome. It was a great experience. Obviously didn't do all the testing out there. I'm going to do that at Pro Day coming up next week on Wednesday. But getting out there and, being around other tight ends, got to know a couple other tight ends from other teams and some quarterbacks and stuff. It was a great experience. Definitely tiring, but very, very fun week.
Yeah, I tell people, if you've never experienced the combine, it's probably the hardest thing you'll ever do.
Right.
Yeah.
See all those team doctors? Did they poke and prod at you?
Oh, yeah.
Pull on every part of your body, especially the one that was hurt this past season?
Yeah.
So you were more physically tired, draining from seeing the doctors than you were doing the combine, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, you get, mentally tired too. To me, the workout was pretty easy for us. Other than there were like 7 or 8 tight ends that didn't run routes. So we were just going, it was just straight track meet. So we were running like crazy. But I think the workout was the easy part for us for the week. But just mentally, everything else, interviews, doctors, and all the other stuff they have us doing, you can get mentally tired real quick. So you just have to stay locked in and make sure you're getting a rest.
Now, you told me today that you had 2 visits with 2 teams. What teams were there?
Browns and Cardinals today. Good. It was my first 2 I've had over Zoom, but it was good. Met with the coaches and watched some film from last year, which is always fun to revisit. But it was good.
Good. Austin, first year, how was it?
It was good. It had a lot of ups and downs, man. It was a roller coaster for sure, to say the least. I started off. I don't know if many people know my story this year. I started off with the Giants. I was on practice squad with them for about 8 or 9 weeks, and then I'll just tell a story about how it went down. But it came to be week 8 or 9. I can't remember which one it was, and they said, "You're up this week. We're calling you up 53." I was like, "Awesome!" Like, I was practicing with the guys and whatnot, and Thursday some D lineman did something to his ankle, and then on Saturday they said it's coming down between you and a D lineman who's going to get called up, and then they said it's going to come down to special teams, and I was on punt and kickoff return, and he was on 3 of them. So they called him up, and then that Monday I got a call that said, "Hey, come to the GM's office, bring your iPad." And right then and there I knew it was like, it's happening, because iPad is your playbook. Yeah. So I went in there, and they said if we didn't feel comfortable calling you up for special teams, what's the point of taking you up on a practice squad spot? So got released, drove the 20 hours back home, which sucked. But puts a different perspective when you're sitting on the couch back home watching everybody else on TV doing what they do, doing what you should be doing. Makes you want to work that much harder. But fortunately, I got picked up by the Packers here in the last week or so, and then signed a futures contract. So now I'm just trying to stay in shape, head back up there in a couple weeks.
Good. Thing for you was when you got to the Giants, there was 2 other Huskers there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it made your transition from college to the NFL a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
Tell them about the 2 other Huskers that was on the Giants roster with you.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest one, Nick Gates was there. He's just loved around the facility. I mean, he's a true leader, and that kind of stemmed from what he did here. But people just like flocked to him because he's been around. He's done it. I mean, he's a captain. Did what he did, and but another one I got there is a name you all probably remember, Wandale Robinson. I mean, I got a locker right next to his, so it was kind of cool, and it was really cool to see. I mean, I could say this, I'm comfortable with him, but I was there the moment he became a millionaire. And he checked his bank account, and his signing bonus hit, and I was sitting there right next to his locker. He looked over at me, he said, "Ozzy, I'm a millionaire." And I was like, oh my gosh, like that kid's dreams just like went through, like everything he's worked for. I was like, wow, good for you, dog. Like it was cool to see. It was good to have a couple of guys that were there that I played with. I mean, Nick Gates was here my first year, and I played with Wandale for a long while too.
Yep.
So
good. So while you were here, both of you guys were here together. Tell me I want to know a funny story. I want to know a funny story that you can say on the radio.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the funny story.
I don't know. We've got a lot of. Oz and I are both into golf. We've got a lot of funny golf stories.
I know I've seen that.
I
that we can say on the
I
radio.
don't know
Say
if
on the
it's
radio.
on the
I
radio, though. Yeah, I'm not sure. We've got, I don't know, just playing golf with the guys, messing around. I don't have one specific story that I think I can say on here, but I don't know. Can you think of anything?
I got like 5 stories that are rolling through my head right now, but to put that PG on radio, like
Okay. All right.
See, them's your people. There's your people. That's how you know what's happening. You okay? These are really cool dudes. Who, and I appreciate the FCC respect.
Yeah.
So I don't get the letter with the fine in it. You know, just
I told you 2 of the best. Okay. Your funniest Coach Beckton story. First of all, what do you think of Coach Beckton as a coach? And as
I love that man. You know, he great coach. You know, cares about you outside of football. You know, he when it's time to lock in for football, you know, very fine, detailed in everything that we do. And you know, I just really liked how personable he was. You know, he ask about your family outside of football. And then, you know, we'd go play golf together. We'd go eat together outside of football and hang around with him and his family. But so much respect for him, and I appreciate him so much. Yeah. I
mean, there's a reason he stuck around for so long, and with all these coaching changes, and with when the staff came up from UCF, all the players said that there's one guy that's you need to take. When Frost staff got to UCF, and he was thinking about building his staff, all the guys said, like, there's one guy you need to keep. That's Coach Beckton. The same way here, when the staff got let go, like, there's one guy you need to keep. It's Coach Beckton. There's a reason, just because he's so personal. He knows his stuff. He's been around the game for a long time. He taught me a lot as a tight end. I mean, he's a receivers coach at heart, but he's learned everything there is to know about tight end. He's poured that onto us. But I think just for memories wise, I think any of us could quote him in his little. He's got his unique voice. Travis, he's real high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great coach. I got a lot of respect for him. Man. He's the type of guy. I get a call from him about every other week. He's just checking in. He truly wants to know what's going on in my life, how's it going, and whatnot. And so that's just who he is as a coach. But it's miss the man. I wish I could have another sit down conversation with him, which it will happen. It's just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Only so much can be said on the phone.
Yep.
Yeah.
One thing about you, Travis, is you went somewhere and then you transferred to Nebraska. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So straight out of high school, wasn't extremely heavily recruited. Wanted to, play in Power 5 conference. Wanted to play, the best of the best for football. Came down to Rutgers in Wyoming. Wyoming wanted me to play defensive end. Rutgers wanted me to play tight end. And, I wanted to go catch balls and, be on the offensive side of the ball. So ended up going to Rutgers, was out there for 2 years, and, really enjoyed my time out there. It's completely different than the Midwest. Coming from Missouri as a 17, 18-year-old kid going straight out to the East Coast, it was a complete culture shock for me. But met great people out there. Have some great memories out there. After being there for 2 years, decided I wanted to enter the transfer portal. Wanted to come back somewhere close, and came down between here, Kansas State, and Iowa. There's all types of stories that kind of related on why I chose here. So ended up coming here, and haven't looked back since. Loved it. But those 2 years out on the East Coast by myself, I really think made me the man that I am today. Really taught me how to live and provide for my own. Because I struggled. I wanted to leave after the first year, and my pops he was telling me to stick it out for one more year, and I just matured and learned a lot about myself to really help me turn into the man I am today.
We're with Husker tight ends Austin Allen, Travis Vokolek. Coach Kenny Wilhite set this up. I wanted to ask Travis specifically because he did a thing, and Austin did something similar, and I want to know why. That you penned a letter to Husker fans when you were done to say, okay, thank you. Where does that come from?
I'll start. Yeah. Mine kind of stems from what I learned in high school when I got to college. When I got to college, it made me realize how much support I had in Aurora that got me to where I was at that point in time in my life. And then going through my years in Nebraska made me realize how much support and true people in the state that truly love us and want to see us succeed. So my letter was really a thank you to those who supported me and got me to where I was, where I am right now. I mean, just got done with my first year in the league. So it's one of those things where like you can't say it enough about the support system in your life. Just thank you. I mean, if I could go back and in my time at Aurora, I would have took advantage of being more thankful to those around me, my family, my support system.
Yeah.
So any opportunity you got to really just say thank you, you got to take it. And I think the opportunity to declare for the NFL draft, it's going to be looked on a lot, and it's going to have a wide audience. So to take that opportunity to say just thank you is really the way I looked at it in that regard.
Travis?
Yeah, I was kind of in the same as Oz. Just the support that we had and all the ups and downs that we had, throughout my 4 years here. It's, the fan base stuck with us through it all. We were still selling out games when we weren't winning a lot of games, and that says something about the fans of Nebraska. And like what Oz said, you just can't say thank you enough. And there's constant support, within the facility, with the coaches, with everything. But the support outside the facility it's unmatched, and it says something. And I think the saying, there's no place like Nebraska is true. Just people here, give you so much support, and all the things that you need for success. So I just wanted to reach out and say thank you, and I thought that was a great way to do it.
Through all of this and this process, there was a lot of fluidity within the program, but you managed to stay connected, which is a statement that something good happened in spite of the nonsense and friction. What's the best thing what's your favorite thing that you take away when you think about Nebraska football? What, from each of you, what's the thing that you think about and smile and say, you know what, that's probably my favorite thing about being a Husker?
I would say the connections we built. I mean, I'm a home state kid.
Yeah.
Playing for my home state was something special, and the connections that you build with coaches. I mean, this wouldn't be possible if I
right.
been Kenny 3 years ago, and the connection I built with him.
Right.
And just like the guys in the locker room. I mean, we were talking about my favorite Travis memory, and he just brought up them that possibly being a D lineman for Wyoming. One of my favorite memories is we always made fun of Travis. We always called him fat. We always said, you're going to be an offensive tackle for us someday, which that for some reason grinded his gears so hard. It made him so mad because, like, obviously he's
a prima donna. He's a receiver. He
Yeah.
wants to catch the ball. He's got an end zone dance locked up that he hadn't used yet. Like, he's playing it.
And I'm going to say there was a point in time where we thought you would
I believe
become
it.
a tackle.
I believe it.
But
I believe it.
It's funny
Yeah.
because he, for some reason, he was obviously. I mean, he's very fit. I mean,
Yeah.
look at like. I'm flexing for him right here, but like he's a fit human, and
Thanks,
for some reason that grinded his gears so hard. But I always made fun of him from being 265 or whatever he was, and here I am at
I was 265. Yeah.
but
Switch a little bit.
Speaking of that, where did you come in Nebraska weighing?
like 212, 215.
I told you,
Mhm.
basketball player, the dedication that guy had towards getting his body to try to look like it is.
Right.
Mhm.
But the dedication that he had towards where he wanted to go was second to none.
If you pull up Travis's first Nebraska picture, he looks younger today than he did in the first
Yeah.
picture.
Because he cut his hair.
I cut my hair. Yeah. I lost some body fat too. I came in, so I went into Rutgers at like 210, 215, then came here at like 265. So I was heavy when I first got here. So if you look at that picture, I look a little chubby, but I've lost some body fat from down training in Florida.
He was a safety in high school.
All state safety. Yeah.
See, this is where the high school coach in me gets excited, because now I'm picturing both of them on basketball teams in high school in some unknowing gym. Somebody walks in, thinks they got a day off, and here comes Travis and Austin. Like, wait a minute. So, was there any curiosity about walking over to PBA, walking down to the van, and say, you know what, Let me put a tank top for a couple of minutes, get up and down the floor to help out.
I don't know how much Kenny knows about it, but I had 2 opportunities to do it.
See?
They called me,
Yeah.
and it was that year they had like the 6 guys, and they had a real. They called me like, "Hey, here's
And
the
you
deal."
let Banks get in?
This is the year. This is even the year before that.
Oh,
And they had a good streak going on with the 6 guys, and we had it all set up. All my bags packed and everything. And they called me and said, and they just kept winning. And they said, we got a pretty good vibe going on right now with the 6 guys. We're just gonna keep rolling. We don't want to interfere with bringing a guy up. So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. Like I get that. And then the next year, the Banks year and the veteran year, they called me again and said like, hey, we're looking for a couple guys calling up. But I just had shoulder surgery. So I had 2 opportunities to go up. How cool would that have been? Be able to play.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's the only thing Banks took to Rice with him. Like the fact that's the only thing he took. He's like, wait a minute. Well, 2 things. He took Matty, and then he took Matty, and the fact that he's a 2-sport guy here at the University of Nebraska.
Didn't he miss his free throws?
He did.
Yeah.
Veteran did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he had that horrible headband.
Well, he had that horrible body too.
Well, you know,
Yeah, they should have taken my man.
who's the better hooper between you two?
I was going to get to that.
I don't know. I feel like we're pretty even.
Oh my
No,
God.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last year
I saw you shoot a basketball.
Well, last year during the summer, I did like a Special Olympics fundraiser with Elliot Brown, and we went and played the Special Olympics basketball team. And I don't know if you guys seen the video, but I tried to do a 360, and that was the first time I've tried to jump and dunk in a long time. Got rim stuffed. I got a call from Beck right after. What are you doing? Because you don't want me to get hurt for fall.
Say we're on the same level.
Wow! See, this is where it happens. See, this is where it happens. You
Love
have
it.
to take the gloves off, right?
These 2.
Right? You would imagine. Okay, so through all of this, right? If we decided to put on like a charity game from your football friends who play basketball, Huskers, who's on the team? Who makes the team?
Tyhon's one of them.
You Tyhon?
Dude, Tyhon.
He's an athlete.
Tyhon's a baller.
Tyhon's a really
Tyhon's a
good
baller.
Yes.
Okay.
Lane McCallum was a little hooper when
Lane. Yep.
Bedroll was a stud point guard when he was here. Can we go all time, or was it just like from a last
Just on
year?
from your teammates here, guys who could actually play.
I don't even know if I'm taking Travis. I'm being honest.
That's extremely disrespectful.
Sir,
Okay, hang on. First off, I gotta tell you guys, in high school, I played against Jason Tatum.
Oh, I know you did.
Yeah, and
I know you did.
I can't say I guarded him the whole
He
time,
gave
but
you buckets.
he dropped 42 on us.
he was on the floor with Jason Tatum.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was wiping the floor.
But I was a utility guy, so I'd go in there, and I had 2 buddies. One went to Xavier, one went to Navy. They would drop like 25 to 30 a game, so I didn't have to score like crazy. So I'd go in there, play great defense, get rebounds, put back dunks, and stuff like that.
You were a role player, and you're saying you can keep up with
Love it.
Well, I
love
wasn't
it.
playing in Aurora, small
Oh,
town Nebraska.
Now you're shooting.
Oh,
You're talking on.
Shots fired.
You're talking.
No,
on
that's
Nebraska
no
sports radio.
disrespect
Like
to
you're
Aurora.
talking. You're talking to Husker fans right now, and you just disrespected
No
high
disrespect
school
to Aurora.
sports
No.
in Nebraska.